music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dish on Reality with
Tanya.
and Trina. I am back, everybody. Yes.
She's back.
Yes, I missed last week. I had a late flight coming back from Hawaii.
Yeah, yo.
That probably is where I'm gonna move to, but
Okay.
It was a wonderful trip, and obviously our new president doesn't think it's a state anyway, since he kept saying Obama wasn't born here. So. But
Oh my God, we got so much to talk about. Okay, guys, we just did the mannequin challenge. I'm uploading this to Facebook as we speak, so that's probably why I seem to be a little distracted because we had so much fun making this video.
Yes, and it's a true depiction of us. And we're getting ready for the show.
You know what? That's funny.
I know. But speaking of this election, last night we had Donald J. Trump. What does the J stand for? Because I'm not sure. I know nothing about the man except he was on Celebrity Apprentice and he been married 3 times with 3 baby mamas, but never
Not
had
baby
that before.
mamas.
Well, I guess since he married
He
them.
did marry him.
Yeah, but that's the first time we've ever had a president with all these scandals, and he was a reality star. So I guess Kim and Kanye get ready for 2020 because Kanye did say he was gonna run, so he actually has a chance after this.
Wow. Oh my God, that's interesting stuff. But let me just say this. I know a lot of people are shocked, and I'm kind of shocked that people are shocked for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get into it. So I'm just trying to work something on my phone. Yeah, forgive me.
Well,
I'll let Trina start first and dig in. Then I'm going to dive in and really give y'all a breakdown on what really had happened.
to be honest with you, I think the person who is shocked the most is Donald Trump. I have always said that I think that he really ran more as, because he's the type of person that said, I'm going to do it just to see how far I can make it. And I don't think he even thought that he would make it this far. And he is probably right now, his head is spinning. People who are working with him, head is spinning because now they are stuck like Chuck. And now they have to step up to the plate and actually become a leader. But my biggest thing is this. We're both real estate agents, right?
I'm a broker. Real estate broker.
You know what? See, anyway, but to become agents and brokers, we had to go to school, take a course,
True.
take a test.
Absolutely.
If you're a lawyer, you have to go to law school and you have to take the bar.
You do.
So tell me, how is it that a man who's never ran for any type of office, never had any position whatsoever in government, can now be one of the leaders of the free world, who now has control of the CIA, the FBI, Homeland Security, everything, and now he's going to be meeting with leaders?
Oh, absolutely.
Bravo, America, bravo. That's all I can say. You all really know how to pick them. Okay, so in 4 years, all I'm going to say is, don't blame me because I didn't vote for him.
I know. I need Trina to slide over a little bit so
Okay.
she can be in the film here.
Okay.
But
But
okay, this is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Okay.
They said that basically the white people were mad, and that's why they voted in Republican. Let me just say this. Every time you have an 8-year run, whether it's Democrat or Republican, it's going to switch up.
Yeah.
Because somebody's tired of somebody. Somebody didn't like what the previous person did.
Yeah.
Just like with Obama, change. That's all people were thinking about. That's all he had to really campaign and say is change. Because people didn't like the way that things were going. But I think that what happened yesterday, and a lot of people are shocked by it, is that you had a lot of poor whites that got out and voted.
Yeah.
It's just like when Governor Barnes, Roy Barnes, was governor of the state of Georgia, and he changed that Confederate flag, and he told those white people that he was not going to change the flag,
and he did.
And when it was time for him to run for re-election, they said, "Boot Barnes." They had those signs all over, especially in a lot of the suburbs,
in the
rural county areas. They were pissed at him because he rallied with them, and they were like, "Oh my God, he's not going to change the flag." And as soon as he did, they were like, "What?" One term you will be. So that's kind of what happened. And then you have to understand too, after Bill Clinton, so George Bush, he had 2 terms. Then Obama, President Obama, 2 terms. Now we'll see what happens with Donald Trump. But then if you know too, a lot of people were really, really upset with the both of them, regular voters. And a lot of people really kind of split their vote. That's what caused Hillary to campaign. A lot of people were like, I'm not feeling either one of them, honestly. So guess what? The Libertarian candidate got a lot of votes. And if those votes had gone to Hillary, she would have won.
And I think in that, actually, when I was watching CNN, that's what they were actually talking about, that, you know, they're kind of blaming the Libertarians for basically messing up the election and giving it to Trump. But, you know, the thing is, too, I know a lot of people who actually said they were not going to vote at all. So that right there is one of the other reasons, because a lot of people, they didn't vote at all. You know, they don't like Trump. And then a lot of people are still just looking at stuff with Hillary. Oh, I don't trust her, this and that. But this is the thing. Any politician is going to say whatever they can to make you think that whatever they think that you may like, just so you can vote for them and they can get your vote in to get into office. But 99% of the time, they never do what they say they're going to do. I don't care what position they're going for, whether it's Congress, whether it's mayor, whether it's the city council. And then, too, this is the thing. Yeah, we have a Republican president, but how about this, too? You all forgot about the fact that now the House,
the Senate,
and the Senate is now Republican dominated.
It is, and I think a lot of times people forget, which is crazy, that there are 3 different branches of the government. So you have legislative, executive, and judicial. So now, okay, so with the legislative, you have the House of Representatives, and then you have, get my words together, the Senate. Then the executive, you have the president, the vice president, and the cabinet. And then the judicial, you have the Supreme Court, and then all the other courts.
And now all that's going to be affected because they said he's going to get a chance to choose to
appoint. When they get elected, they have like 4,000 things they can appoint. Who's can be an ambassador for the government? The Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Education. Everything. They have all these rights, and I think people forget that. And like you said, I think no one is more shocked than him. Like, oh, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Years ago, I have to tell this story. Jude and I had just gotten married. And this is back when everybody got the Sunday paper, right? Because the internet wasn't out. And it was long. I'm just telling my age. But they had an ad in the paper about flight attendants, and so I'm looking. I was like, I'm just gonna go check it out. Now, mind you, I'm not really trying to be a flight attendant, but I always interview so well, and like, you know how many jobs I've had, right? I just now figured out what I want to be when I grow up. But I went to check it out and ended up being asked to go to training.
Oh wow!
And I was like, well, I've been really trying to be a flight attendant. I just want to know if I, had what it takes.
You know what?
Do you know I did not show up for training? 2 weeks later, they called. I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I know what I was thinking. I get sick every time I fly. I can't do this.
You wasted those people's time.
And a lot of people be like, oh my God, that was a good opportunity. But to me, it wasn't.
I mean, that type of job is not for everybody, because I was so sick and ready to get off that plane
from Hawaii. I know.
Oh my God!
But the point I'm trying to make is Donald Trump ran because he was like, well, let me just see if I can
something to do.
And bam.
And
it happened to me, Donald. Damn it. They wanted me to be a flight attendant. They want you to be president. Damn.
He'll probably be the
first. You can always change your mind.
He'll the first one to resign, because I can tell you right now, that man is somewhere in a corner shaking.
I think it's funny, but what a lot of people don't realize is this is what happened. What split the vote? Okay, so a lot of people voted Libertarian, which which basically meant that you're not voting for Hillary.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought, but a lot of the educated white voters hardly ever vote Democrat in the first place.
Yeah,
they're normally always Republican voters. What happened with the voter turnout yesterday? You had a lot of poor whites and working class whites that was like, screw you, Democrat party, and they just went over to the Republican side, and that's what happened. They got out and they voted.
And not only that, a lot of people don't realize or don't think about the fact that it's still so many people who never want to see a woman in power. It's people who
want to see a woman preacher.
Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, I don't believe a woman should be in the pulpit." So if they don't think that she should be able to preach the word of God, you think they really want her running the country? A lot of people still think like that. So that was another issue. They do.
And then, too, she just had a long history. And I just don't believe that people really believe that they were going to allow the Clintons back in the White House. See, everybody's shocked. I'm shocked that y'all shocked. I'm just saying, because y'all just know, come on, that was not going to happen, that everything was going to go back to the Republican side. You had to know that with everything that's happened with Obama. The first thing they're going to tackle is Obamacare.
Because that's all he talked about. But the thing is that he doesn't realize, you want to get rid of it, but what is your plan for it?
Absolutely. He was able to do something a lot of presidents before him were not able to do, which is universal health care. And so they could be a little pissed about that. He was able to pull that off. So, I mean, I think it's a lot of interesting things to come. And then, too, a lot of things I was kind of in the same. Some of the Republican candidates I liked. Some of them, like, it's hard to just say I'm going to vote one way all the way down the list.
Yeah, I'm never... Well, I don't think I've ever really done that because sometimes I do agree with some Republicans. Sometimes I agree with the Democrats. So, I mean, it's hard sometimes.
And then the only reason most black folks vote Democrat in the first place is because your parents told you to. And when you went to church, the preacher said, vote Democrat. You don't even know why you vote Democrat. And that's just the honest to God truth. And for me, once I got old enough to realize, I was like, I don't even know if I believe in all the principles. And if y'all trying to have poor people, well, who's trying to be poor? I ain't trying to be poor.
Well, some of the same poor ones that came out and voted for Donald gonna be even poorer after 4 years. I will tell you that.
Okay, well, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and come right back with our first guest. So things are interesting now. So
yes, and we will get her input on the election.
Oh my God, and everything else. Oh wow. Yes. Okay, well, we'll be right back with more of the Dish on Reality with Tanya
and Trina.